Hi, Mrs. Minnick. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Lauren Phillips, and today I will be discussing the Fosterian elements of the summer reading book, All the Pretty Horses, written by Cormac McCarthy, published in May 1992. The first element I will be explaining is the rain. Rain is symbolic because it can represent a cleansing or new beginning, and there are many examples of it in this book. On page 71, we read about Blevins, John Grady, and Rollins riding outside and a storm approaches them. McCarthy uses phrases such as, "the ground shuddered and the rain was coming in sheets," to further show the extremity of the storm. I believe that the storm connects all three characters because they must ride it out together, and it shows that they are not alone in their hardships. The horses are also connected to the three men as they are facing the storm as well. McCarthy states, "Blevins' horse stood in the downpour like the ghost of a horse, and the horses stepped and shook their heads and the lightning cracked." This example of rain brings all the characters together, horse or human, because they are stuck waiting for it to end. Another use of rain in this story is on page 216. John Grady was having some self-confliction after killing someone. Even though he was protecting himself and he didn't have a choice, he still felt the guilt consuming him. The next morning, the rain acts as a reviving element. The new day washes off the horrid memories of the past, and John Grady is able to move on into his future. The next element I will be discussing is physical scars. Scars give us a look into someone's past and typically show us a learning experience that one has endured. They are a big part in shaping a person. My first example of a physical scar is Alphonse's hand. She lost 2 fingers in a shooting accident as a young girl, and that memory will never be forgotten because of the physical damage that she sustained, and she will always be reminded of the reality of her past. Another example of a physical scar is Rollins' face. He will be stuck with the memories of that fatal fight for the rest of his life and every time he looks in a mirror. The last element I will be discussing is eating. Food can symbolize a relationship or status between individuals. On page 73, John Grady and Blevins arrived at a place and they asked the Mexicans there for some food, and they provided. This part of the chapter is symbolic because these two separate groups of people sat down and ate together, disregarding any of the others' differences. As they sat, smoked, and ate, they became connected and were at peace with each other. Another symbolic scene occurs on page 95 when John Grady and Rollins returned to the place they were staying and everyone had begun eating the dinner provided by the Mexican children. They sat down and ate with everyone, which shows us another example of unity through food. American or Mexican, child or adult, they were all connected in sharing this meal. Overall, these different elements can lead to redemption in one way or another. They may originally cause pain or hardship to the character, but a lesson can be taken from each element and help push the person towards their ultimate goal. Thank you.